Karen, Mother's Day is coming up, and you have some tips for the fathers in our lives that are potentially going out and buying with the kids some Mother's Day presents for us. But you have some ideas on how they can save money on Mother's Day and actually get us what we want. Tell me a little bit about that.
I feel like this isn't speaking for everybody, but most of us want a break. And you can do that by taking the kids to grandma's for the day. Um, and that is pretty cheap. You can, if you want to spend a little bit of money, maybe send your wife or the mother of your children somewhere for the day. But even then, it could be a bookstore. I mean, you have to really know her and what she wants. She might want a shopping day out, and that's a different financial commitment. But at the end of the day, I feel like what women sometimes get frustrated with is when we have to plan our own Mother's Day. If you were to say, I know you just really need a break and want some peace and quiet, I'm going to take the kids and leave, and you have a house to yourself, do whatever you want. That is a gift that's priceless.
I agree. I agree. So you have a couple of don'ts for Mother's Day. So one of the don'ts, I have a couple of, I very passionately feel about, I agree with some of these don'ts. One is don't serve breakfast in bed. So don't serve pancakes that will drip all over the sheets before she's even had her coffee.
No, no. And it sounds so cute. And I think sometimes husbands and partners are trying really hard to do something sweet, and they hear about that and they're like, that will be so adorable. You can be adorable on Mother's Day in other ways that don't involve syrup in bed. Like,
I had a Mother's Day once and I said, oh, all I want is like to be, I just want to be alone for a couple hours. Like that's all I want. So I want to wake up in the morning and like lay in bed because I don't ever do that. I'm always getting up and running and getting ready or doing something. So I just want to get up and I want to lay in bed. Like leave me alone. I want to watch my show for an hour and that's it. And that's all I wanted. And what happened? I got served breakfast in bed. I had 4 humans in my bed with me eating the breakfast that was made for me. And then, well, isn't this delicious? I made this. And I'm like, yeah, it's great. It's still, yeah. And it's like, all I want to do is watch my show that I put on TV. And it's so true. It's like, yes, it does sound really cute and it sounds really nice, but it's like, that wasn't enjoyable. It's
no,
because that can happen on any other day. Any other
no,
day, we can go have toast and pancakes and eggs in
yeah.
bed and it can be spilled and wash the sheets and all of that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. We can do that 364 other days of the year.
Yeah.
I'm starting a movement and I think you might be able to hop on with me with this movement is no brunch on Mother's Day. I hate Mother's Day brunch. I shudder. I shudder at the thought of it because you have to get everyone dressed. Everyone has to behave at the restaurant. Then who's fighting? Who are you taking to the bathroom 50 times? You're the brunch food is fine, but it's not that great, right?
Yeah.
And it's like we come home and it's like, okay, that was it. Like that was it. And it's like, I'm exhausted. I'm cranky. I'm probably still hungry. We just spent a ton of money on something that wasn't that enjoyable. And I started last year with my friends and I failed miserably, but I'm trying and I'm going to do it again this year. Don't go to brunch with your family on Mother's Day. No. We could go out to brunch. All of us could go out to brunch.
Yes.
That's great. But like, you really don't want to admit it. Like, just admit you don't want to go out to brunch with your family. You feel like you should want to go and you feel like you should go, but you're not going to enjoy it. Right? Am I right?
Completely agree. I feel like I love the idea of going out with my girlfriends for mimosas on Mother's Day. Done. Great. Love that. But when a family goes out to brunch and you have to put your children, I always think about like my youngest son does not do real clothes well. Like he is a sweats t-shirt kid, and when we have to wear like nice church clothes, it is such a battle. Like the thought of putting him in like khakis with a tucked in shirt, which he's only going to spill something on himself immediately. I feel like for a lot of people, this is one, an obligatory thing that they think they have to do, and also an opportunity for an Instagram picture. and you're all going to look so happy and it's going to be so beautiful, but you're not happy. And so, and that, again, not speaking for everyone. There might be people out there like, I completely disagree. This makes me happy. Then you should do it if it makes you truly happy. But if you are doing this because you feel like you have to, and if you're doing it to make your mother or your mother-in-law happy, that's another thing that I think is an important conversation. I think moms who are currently parenting get first dibs on how Mother's Day goes. Even though grandma, and both of the grandmothers in my life are amazing, and they 100% say to me, you do what you want to do. But I think there's some who have some guilt from either their mom or a mother-in-law, and then they feel like they have to do it. She's already had a whole lot more Mother's Days than you have had, and you can send maybe the kids over there. You can see her later, but you don't have to sit at a restaurant on Mother's Day with your children in clothes that they don't want to be in and expect them to sit in a chair. That sounds awful to me.
That's so true. I completely agree. So what are some, let's help all the fathers out there on Mother's Day. What are some things that are do's for us?
I would say plan the event. Do not go to her and say, well, I want to send you away and I want to plan something fun for you to do, but then still kind of make her plan it. And this might require you thinking ahead a little bit. Like, don't be thinking about this on May 10th. You know, start thinking now, who do I need to contact? How do I need to organize this? You also are in charge of the kids. That means that if you're going to take the kids out for the day, that doesn't mean that on Mother's Day you need your wife or your partner to spend 90 minutes getting the kids ready to go out for the day. Like, it starts from the minute you all wake up. Have a plan. Know what needs to go in the diaper bag. Know that your potty training toddler needs extra clothes. Know that they need snacks and toys if they're going, I think far too often that's the other thing. Like, I'm going to do this nice thing for you, but can you help me do it? And then she's exhausted by the time you leave, and then you're going to go somewhere for 2 hours, so that's another piece. And I also say in there, like, the cuteness is still good. We still want the macaroni necklace. Like, still do the cute craft. If your kids are in school, chances are the teachers are taking care of it. You're off the hook. But if you have little ones, the handprint, whatever, we want that. We don't want breakfast in bed with syrup, but the cute little adorable card, we will keep that forever. And I also really love that. So I think those are some big do's.
I agree. And if there are some hints being dropped of what I want, or, when I directly said, I just want to be left alone for 2 hours, do it. Like, if that's it, just do it. Don't think, well, I need to do more. Just do what is said. I just want this. Just do it. And everyone's going to be happy because your life is made easier because you were told directly what was wanted. And then mom's going to be happy too because she got what she wanted. And it could be simple. So I think that that's great. We don't have to overthink it, right? It's just to have a day where life is just made a little bit easier, or, you help her forget that maybe she is a mom. It's like, it is a day to I always say, like, Father's Day, the guys go out golfing or they go do something fun.
Yes.
They're not going to brunch. So that doesn't mean we want to go to brunch either. So, give us a break. That's what we want. And it's a lot easier than what it sounds like, right? It doesn't have to be made into this hard thing. We just want a break, or we want to just be shown that we're appreciated.
100%. Yep. For sure.